My name is David Harrison Grice. Welcome to the Grice Report, your unfiltered daily voice for truth. Tonight I'm going to be following up on that story that I told the other day about Silverio Villegas-Gonzalez, and I believe that he was murdered in cold blood. So before I get into that, the collaboration that I mentioned yesterday with the other podcast from Staten Island, New York, we actually did meet today and we did a collaborative episode. That'll be released sometime within the next few days, and I think you'll really enjoy it. So please stay tuned for that. So let's get into tonight's show. Silverio Villegas-Gonzalez. If you're familiar with that name, then you've been watching my show. If you're not familiar with it and you're new to the show, here's what happened in the backstory. So Silverio Villegas-Gonzalez was driving in Franklin, Illinois, Franklin Park, and he was pulled over, surrounded by ICE Gestapo agents that tried to pull him out of the car. He backed up very, very slowly. We see the officers step away, or what looks like the officer stepping away, and then we see him drive off, and then we hear gunshots and see his car plow into a truck. Well, now we have the perspective of the truck driver. In the NBC News, from the NBC Chicago news affiliate, they actually were able to get the body cam footage from Franklin PD, where they first arrived on the scene, and they interviewed both the ICE Gestapo agents that fired the shots of Silverio Villegas-Gonzalez, and they interviewed a truck driver into which this vehicle rammed after he was already likely dead or bleeding out because he was shot. So let's listen to that interview, and you can actually see what that scene looks like.
135, good FBI here. There is one subject shot.
As the first Franklin Park officer arrives, 2 ICE agents tend to the gunshot victim.
Tried to run us over.
The first words from these ICE agents, "He tried to run us over." The ICE team was attempting to pull over a vehicle driven by this man, Silverio Villegas-Gonzalez, an undocumented immigrant with no apparent criminal history. The officers and ICE officials say Villegas-Gonzalez resisted arrest, hit one of the officers with his car, and dragged the officer, quote, a significant distance before colliding with a truck driven by this man. The trucker was questioned on police body cameras, saying the suspect was trying to escape ICE officers.
They have pulled him over. They cut him off. They got off the car. They're trying to get him, but he reversed. Okay. And I was already pulling to the side.
Yeah.
And that's what, I don't know if they shot him beforehand.
ICE officials have said the officer involved was seriously injured. Coming up on NBC5 News at 6 p.m., we'll hear from the ICE officer at the center of this incident, and we'll look into who's investigating what happened on September 12th here in Franklin Park.
So even from the police body cam footage, what I see is 2 officers that are ambulatory. They're up, they're on their feet, they don't look badly injured.